Hello, everyone. So today we are looking at the learner portfolio, and we um, begin with the challenges and benefits. More than the challenges, we have benefits of the learner portfolio with the new course. While it helps in tracking the coverage, it also promotes systematic learning, improves students' affective skills, allows meaningful and honest reflection, ensures progress, and exemplifies mature learning opportunities. In addition to this, it enhances literary knowledge and approaches to the text. While it promotes efficient journaling, it majorly promotes academic honesty. The challenges, though few, are indeed worth giving a thought to. It may be time consuming with regard to the completion of the work within and outside the classroom. It may require a dedicated time, especially on a regular basis. The documentation may be voluminous unless, of course, divided into different parts, since it may not be easy for the students to express their understanding. We now look at the different ways to construct and maintain a portfolio. A pattern or format for each assessment component could be maintained where they make informal notes of learning. While this will be followed by a detailing process of critical and creative small responses of their learning process, it also helps in making connections between texts. The other way to maintain would be through descriptive tasks. This will include students drawing links between texts, and these links will be based on areas of exploration, 7 concepts, and approaches to teaching and learning. Drawing out commonalities between texts will be based on themes, culture, beliefs, values, art, politics, power, gender bias, etc. Based on the areas of exploration, links could be drawn on readers, writers, and texts. With the journal entries on this will include keywords, key points, and other elements of insight with regard to different literary forms, authors' choices, where students look at others' perspectives rather than a personal response of interpretation. Time and space as a second area of exploration includes students' journal entries with the setting of the text in relation to the cultural context, their connections with different generations, and the effect of culture on the production of a text and the influences on the reader. Intertextuality connecting texts include a number of elements, whether students make journal entries on a particular text at hand and its critical analysis and then link it with the other texts. Interpretations of the students will be entered after maybe a brainstorming session in the class or after the student has read a number of texts in close connection with each other. Approaches to teaching and learning is another way that a learner portfolio could be organized with. While teaching based on inquiry includes connecting texts based on lines of inquiry, teaching focused on conceptual understanding includes exploring 7 concepts where students discuss the key elements and broader ideas of the text to reach to the central idea. Teaching developed in local and global contexts helps in connecting text through international mindedness. Developing the critical and creative aspects. This will include students noting down points on each text related to each line of inquiry. The teacher initiates a discussion on each text and then gives the students prompts where they extend and explore the key ideas and link these to the lines of inquiry and areas of exploration depending upon the type of text. The central idea will differ with regard to every assessment. As you can see here, for the individual oral, it may be based on the extract. For the HLSA, it'll have to have link with the concepts. For paper 1 and paper 2, it'll be shown through the different themes or the main theme. The different ways in which the portfolio might be used to develop conceptual learning and international mindedness. We begin with the conceptual learning. Conceptual learning will majorly be developed by reflecting on the areas of exploration, course prompts, and global issues for international mindedness through the 7 concepts and the fields of inquiry. The 7 concepts that can be used to develop conceptual learning Our identity of the reader through their interpretation, identity of the writer through assumptions, culture, the setting in which the text has been produced by the writer and received by the reader through the underlying aspects of beliefs, values, and attitudes that the text contains. Culture also reflects the writing culture which was prevalent before the text was written. Creativity, imagination of the reader in interpreting the text and interacting with it, especially with texts in translation, so that the originality of the text and how the text is received by the reader is balanced. Communication between the reader and the writer, which is augmented when the writer's style and choice of register is explored and analyzed by the reader. Perspective, multiplicity of perspectives with regard to the reader's reception and the way in which the views of the author are reflected. This multiplicity affects the text's interpretation and analysis through a critical perspective. Transformation, the third area of exploration, the intertextuality and connecting text, plays a major role in transformation of a text. The different ways in which the texts connect with each other through possible links of elements. Personal interpretation and the impact the text has on the reader, changing his outlook towards the reality. And then representation, to what extent does the text represent reality, detachment from art, and connection with real life, leading to the responsibility of the text in projecting art efficiently. This could be done through a discussion linking with the other texts and their structure, the way they relate to each other and form meaning. Apart from the 7 concepts, conceptual learning could be developed by breaking the text into big ideas or extracting the key elements from it and then moving them to higher order thinking. A prompt that could be given here would be, how do authors employ language and form to promote or critique the cultural identities and values? Then formal presentations and mapping of the text through form, format, purpose, audience, or context. Then constructing a conceptual framework, discussions on the presentation and communication. The ways in which international mindedness could be developed. By providing students opportunities for inquiry into different and wider aspects of local and global issues, exploration of global concerns in line with CAS projects with regard to global development, human rights, and sustainable development goals. The teachers will use the Global Engage website to suggest course of action with ideas, resources, opinions, and links. Thank you.